This presentation is about how technology changed the study of psychology. Technology to psychology. So, technology has thoroughly changed the field of psychology. It has introduced new ways to provide treatment. It has made learning easier. It has also affected the dissemination of knowledge and how research is conducted. It has even created new issues that need further exploration. Let's examine how technology has contributed to the study of psychology. So, the first one will be the treatment. So, technology had a significant impact on the evolving world of treatment. The traditional face to face therapy session is often time consuming and inconvenient. In some areas, there is no in person treatment available. Technology offers alternatives that put a premium on client convenience. Digital technology in the form of websites, apps, and teleconferencing are the future of psychotherapy. Teletherapy can be done through video and text messaging as well as on the telephone. Video conferencing is quite similar to face treatment except it is only done online. Sessions that rely on phone calls and texting seem to offer a different experience. Body language and tone are often lost when you are not able to see or hear a therapist. However, the ease of receiving services, especially in underserved communities, may outweigh the disadvantages. Although much more research is needed, some studies have conducted that teletherapy is just as effective as traditional therapy. So, teletherapy is an ideal option for people who find it difficult to access therapy in person. It is also an excellent option for slowing the spread of illness. For example, during this time of pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, or in the flu and cold season. Websites and apps. There is an explosion of internet related psychotherapeutic treatment. Much of this is accessed through websites and apps. The majority of internet based therapy uses cognitive behavioral principles. As a whole, internet based cognitive behavioral therapy has exhibited positive results for a variety of psychological disorders, including depression, anxiety, and post traumatic stress disorder or PTSD. Mental health apps are unregulated, however, so consumers need to proceed with caution when seeking help. Alternative treatment. So, under alternative treatments, we have two, which is the virtual reality and the artificial intelligence. So, in virtual reality has been found to reduce symptoms when used as a treatment for anxiety disorder, PTSD, and substance abuse. It has been primarily used in treatment related to implementation of exposure for anxiety issues. By using reality, a therapist can mimic anxiety provoking surroundings without having to go to that specific environment. For example, you can treat a fear of flying without ever getting on a plane, or you can expose a client to substance abuse triggers so they can practice their coping skills. The implications are immense, especially in reducing cost and increasing feasibility. So the other one is the artificial intelligence or the AI. AI is the next frontier of psychotherapy. Although it is not being used yet in the mainstream, it will undoubtedly play a large role in the future of psychology. One advantage of AI is that it eliminates the need of for a human therapist. Not only will AI have impacts on cost and convenience, but it will also be able to do things that a human being can. For example, AI can run algorithms that will better be able to predict a person's behavior and recommend a successful course of action. AI is already being used on an experimental basis. Jonathan Grath at the University of Southern California has found some success with robots that use AI to talk with clients with PTSD. Despite the exciting future of AI, there are drawbacks. You can't expect to find true empathy and compassion from a computer. Access to information. Technology has enabled people to obtain psychology materials easier than ever before. Finding information is critical for research development. This is especially critical due to clinical psychology putting primary emphasis on evidence based practices. In the past, it was necessary to go to a university library and live through individual journals to find information. But now, you can get almost all those same materials online. Yes, some journals article may cost you money, especially if you are not affiliated with a university, but there are many available for free. Databases filled with academic journals and other information are readily available. Reviews of relevant literature that used to take countless hours can now be done with a few clicks of your computer. So, next one is on education. You can now access lectures for free online from many universities. Although this will not give you course credit, you don't have to pay thousands of dollars for increasing knowledge from top professors. Speaking of paying a lot of money, online learning at the high school and college level has increased due to cost and convenience. Additionally, there are troves of information in apps and the internet for people that want to learn about mental health issues and techniques to institute self-help. Conducting psychological research or assessment. Technology has radically changed how academics perform research and testing, from collecting information to instituting new methods. Psychology is always evolving. Participants. The internet has done wonders for obtaining samples of people for research purposes. Instead of relying on a small pool of participants in your geographical area, you can now access thousands of people through the internet. So, methods. Under method, we have improved self report. Most self report measures, which are still the majority of psychological research and assessment, can be administered easily on a computer rather than with paper and pencil. This decreases cost and is generally more convenient, except in older populations who may not be as familiar with computer. Next one is the increasing convenience. Cell phone and wearables, for example, smartwatches, fitness trackers, make it easy to compile information as it occurs rather than rely on a later self report. Human memory is fallible, and the quicker the information is entered, the more likely it is accurate. Some software automatically enters information, such as programs measuring exercise and sleep habits. Other information still needs to be entered manually, but can be done much more quickly and conveniently on a phone you carry with you all the times. Technology also allows researchers to perform measurements in natural settings rather than be confined to the lab. Next will be new instruments. Technology has introduced new ways to gather information, some of which are vast improvements over older methods. For instance, virtual reality tech allows researchers to gather data without actually having to go to a specific environment. Not only is this cheaper and more convenient, but it also eliminates certain ethical concerns and reliance on self report. Next one is the databases. Storage technology has allowed the development of huge databases of information. Many of these catalog human behavior that can be used in the study of psychology. For example, databases possess information on everything from crime statistics to sleep deprivation. In addition, these databases collect information from a large and diverse population, making them ideal for satisfying validity concerns. These present psychologists with huge stores of information in which to explore. So, the last one will be improving validity and reliability. As technology advances, instruments are created which allow scientists to obtain large samples and be more precise in their measurements. One of the great problems in psychological research is the replication of results. Pen and pencil self report has been inherently unreliable. New instruments that exhibit improved accuracy and accessibility are easier to replicate. Additionally, the large the larger the sample, the better the ability to measure effects and ensure external validity. Technology has transformed the study of psychology. It has led to innovation in treatment, education, assessment, and research. Technology usually provides a more convenient and cheaper alternative when used for assessment and treatment purposes. Maybe most importantly, it has enabled more people to obtain information and mental health services.